Somebody asked me today if I keep a journal. So I told them, sorta. This is kind of my journal. Um, as a writer, I'm lazy, apparently, to write as much as I could write. Because there's a part that's still frustrated with how irrelevant it is to write. That's kind of why I like poetry. Because I can write whatever I want. It doesn't have to make any sense. And it can mean a lot more than if I just read something or write something blatant. But the significance of this journalistic endeavor on the video context is the visual element. There's a very significant point. You have to recognize but fuck evil. Okay? You have to be able to fucking see evil. If you are in this state of thinking in which you can be convinced things are evil and therefore adopt prejudices, you will only seek to do damage to yourself and the people around you. So a good example, any Christian family that is anti-marijuana and has family members that are suffering with cancer, or kids that have asthma, or elderly people that are prone to Alzheimer's, like the Reagans, or have glaucoma, anything like that. If they're a Christian family, or Muslim family, fuck Muslims too, fuck Christians, fuck Jews. Let's get this shit out the fucking way here. Hindus, Sikh, on the real, on this thing, across the board, if you think that you have a moral standing to contest the fucking existence and functioning and relationship, biological relationship between humans and marijuana, because of the association you have with your religion, you're a pathetic, worthless fucking piece of shit. There would be no different dead than alive. Period. Nothing. There's not one smile, not one laugh, not one line, not one piece you produce. I don't know what the fuck you think you do. Not one employee you fire as a manager or hire as a manager, or the next sale you get as an employee, or the next box you move from one shelf to another in a warehouse, or the next lawn you mow as a fucking gardener, or the next buddy you hold down pressure because he's fucking wounded from some kind of bullshit, stupid ass fucking injury, some kind of conflict that doesn't even exist, to next time you have to go fucking make sure the people are dead that you just shot, and you see all the fucking kids and everything like that, and you shoot them again to make sure they're dead. Let's not keep it fucking fake here, people. You can't afford a survivor. That means something. And you think I'm talking about Afghanistan, I'm talking about Honduras. Where American Nazis are fucking massacring Central Americans like cakework. And the good old Americans are over here fucking eat their little kids and other people's little kids. So it's interesting what comes out, what I'm bringing out. It's scary. A power is coming out. It come, and I've said this many a time. It's in the women. That's very contradictory because of the aggressive stance that I take with my daughter's mother and the shit that I say. But no, it is. That's her point. Is the point. The fact that she is the primary point of confinement, abuse, and fascism towards her daughter is the message. What you miss in all of these things, from Jesus to the Buddha, when they go through their test phases, the analogy that's being presented is that they're being tested by the greatest of enemies ever. Thus, as a advance through each level of the test, ultimately towards success, there is a validation that they're not just a regular person, but they're a significant being. And the tests that they go through are considered from the followers in every case to be reflective of a greater message being conveyed, a poem, if I may be so bold, that is telling them some kind of Morse code message on how they themselves are to gauge their interactions with other people. Because the devil character is there to generalize a behavioral type. And this is going on live right now, breakthroughs. Because that shit's actually pretty fucking phenomenally deep, what I just fucking said. Hardcore deep. I saw a lecture with a guy, professor from UCLA on war. He specialized in war. It was at a Buddhist venue, but he made a point to be conscious of the fact that he, being a student as much as an advocate, not a warmonger, but as a appreciative, I understand the value of it, at a non-violent anti-war in the context, not anti-troop, and not even anti-country, to keep it real with SGI, just anti-war. But that goes to show the naivete of the SGI under the leadership of Daisaku Kyo, who's got skills. Motherfucker, don't know you can't fucking knock the shit that he's done. He's got motherfucking badass skills. But if the height of his skills is adornment and appreciation from the various elements of the machine, without actually ever participating in any realistic impact or direction, he's basically doing the same shit I'm doing. It's just he's really good at it. He emphasizes his attention on the people, and it magnifies the significance of what he's going through. You don't have to fucking like me. I say what the fuck I say. By the time you fucking figure it out, you're either dead in this life and already living in some life in the future, or you're dead in this life and you actually have no clue what the fuck is gonna happen moving forward. Because the entire value system that you rely on, identity, nationality, gender, I'm getting genders being challenged right now in a crazy way. And I'm holding this one back because I actually think that I've made another discovery that's on a level that, while having been expressed as I discovered it in a source that already existed, I believe it may be a new kind of template of epic fucking human developmental fucking inspiration or agitation or initiation or some shit like that. It's fucking huge. And I'm definitely trying to wrap my head around it by ignoring it, because it's fucking crazy fucking shit. And the fact that I would, when I present the information out loud or whatever the fuck you call it, public, to nothing, to myself. Again, this is just a mirror. I'm seeing myself. I have the screen facing me. I'm seeing myself. This is a reflective process. This is who I'm talking to. Everything else is secondary. This is how we make these progressions. This is a neo form of meditation, if I may. Because in all the meditative practices, the function of meditation is the repetition creates the reflection. It's the point in time in which you have the opportunity, in the repetitiveness of the experience to actually reflect, because you're keeping the rest of your brain busy in one sense. So there's another part of your being that can then reflect on what the fuck your brain has been through. It's a trick kind of mechanism that you have to do to trick yourself into shutting the fuck up. That's why it's so hard for people to do it. But it's just one method. Important to note, a human being that is allowed the full human child experience, that which is equal to of a chimpanzee baby, does not need or even consider meditation. Meditation is a coping mechanism for an already distraught, confused, scared, uncertain, insecure psychology. You don't meditate. I don't know how to say it. That's the whole point. So, but I think I'm gonna pause this so I can make sure I'm charging. No, I should have 20%. It'll tell me 10%. All this just to read a short poem. So my point is the messages. But so the catch is, the thing is, oh here, I see what the fucking test Jesus and Joseph Campbell taught this to me. What the tests mean. The political, the journalistic, the materialistic, the paternal, the social order, the social duty and shit like that. So that's the 6 different. If the catch is, here's where I can top Joseph Campbell. And not top him. I'd hope to say advance him for other people. I would like to think so. He portrays the 3 tests of the Buddha and the 3 tests of Jesus. One against Mara, the devil. One against Lucifer, the devil. Satan, the devil. I don't know if they're different characters. You need to figure that out in order to make sense of who the fuck the devil is, because if God is a trinity, it appears that Satan, the serpent, and Lucifer are a trinity of Satan. But since the fucking people don't learn that in the church, their instantaneous reaction is to say, no.